Welcome to the episode 5 of how to make an RV from old bus. The air conditioning of the bus weighs several hundred of kilos, so it was easiest to remove with a tractor with the kind help of my new neighbor. When the air conditioning was on the ground, it was time to take off all the useful equipment from it and sell them to the metal recycling factory nearby. These heat exchangers were worth of almost 100 euros when taken to the metal recycling. After removing the air conditioning, there were holes on the roof, so they were about to be patched with an aluminum sheets and strong glue which was made for this purpose. My solar equipment are courtesy of my business partner Aurinko-Ukko Oy, which is a company which sells solar devices in Finland. The panels are 370 watts, 5 pieces of them. They all are PERC half-cut monocrystal models which produce almost 2 kilowatts of power in total. They are attached to the roof with a glue, which is very powerful and meant for this kind of purpose. On this video you can see the alignment of the panels. They should be aligned rather perfectly in order to have aesthetics. It's illegal in Finland to install power systems without adequate permissions, so I just make the couplings for the switches and connectors, and then I will have a real electrician to install and supervise all the rest. Meanwhile, it was time to acquire new tires for the bus. I had an entire round of them, and I had 385/65 wheels on the front, which are used usually in trucks. When weather gets worse, it's time to move inside and start making inside jobs. For example, the floors needed to be welded with a proper type of welding rods, which was 316 LSI on this case, because the floor was held together with the chassis of the bus, and they both are same stainless steel, and stainless steel requires special rods and also different kind of welding procedure. On this video you can see the same kind of alignment check I made for the solar panels in the roof. This is the best way to check that the floor is straight and aligned. There's no use for bubble here when the entire bus is somehow crooked anyway. After the welds are done, it's time to fit the actual base floor, which is made from 15 millimeters birch plywood, which is also covered with waterproof film. And entire floor is both glued with the Sika 221 glue and also with the Ruspert coated special drill screws to the metal bars, so it stays in the position. Here is the black nasty and sticky glue, which glues everything, also makes the seal watertight. After making the floor, it's time to start doing some inside walls. For example, here you can see the wall which is right after the first row of seats. The other side of the wall was fitted with insulation naturally. After making the wall, it was time to cover it with a two-dimensionally stretching gray textile, which is meant for car speakers. I stapled it to the wall, and then I made eventually a sill for the door, which I took from the old bathroom. I also took the old bathroom sill and I reinstalled it. As you can see here in the picture, it's made from stainless steel. Then it's time to start the insulation in the roof for the final layer. In this video I will first peel off the aluminum sheet from the other side of the recticel insulation board, which is 20 millimeters thick, in order to make sure that the 60 seconds Titan fast polyurethane glue foam takes a good grip from the other side of the sheets, which are also ripped from aluminum in the roof. That's the easiest way to ensure the tight grip for the sheets in order to stay in the roof. When the roof insulation is installed, the seams are covered with aluminum tape in order to make a steam-proof fit. And when the fast glue is drying out in the roof, it's time to scratch our vicious attack dog who guards the bus relentlessly in the yard. The furniture in the bus will be also self-made. Here you can see the bus main table, the food table, right next to the kitchen, and also the drink holder made from oak in the local school in the evening, where the tools are on the top of the line. Any other than black outside insulation color for the windows would look completely disaster, so I had from internet 6mm pipe insulation with its own glue, and which I use for covering up the window from outside, and then I glue on top of it 30mm polystyrene foam sheet, which in total fits exactly the bill, and it fills up the entire window portion of the wall. So there's just one level to fill with final insulation inside, which you can see here in the pictures. So you can see the final result is rather nice to see and look. That concludes this episode, so please subscribe and see you next time.